Aloha and welcome to PIP Clips, quick tips to enhance your relationships. I'm wearing my candy cane colored outfit as we're moving into the spirit of generosity. That's what I like to think of as Santa Claus. He's the saint of generosity, the spirit of generosity. That's what we taught our kids with the 5 wishes of Christmas. I'll write more about that in the blog post. But for now, let's look at a gift that you can give yourself and those in your family in this gift-giving season. So the problem is that we're going to address in today's PIP clip. We never feel like there's enough time. We always want greater connection with our loved ones, and we want it yesterday. We get one nice date night, and we want 5 more. Whatever it is, there's this sense of never enough, scarcity, hurriedness, not enough time. It's kind of epidemic in our dominant culture. We're going to break that. We're going to break that by boiling it down to the solution, which is pay attention to the 4 transitions of your day. That's it, 4 transitions. And the results are phenomenal in the way they tend to the space between and create a greater sense of connection. So what better gift for your beloveds this holiday season and for yourself than the 4 transitions? Here's what they are. Waking up in the morning. How do you greet the day? I have had tremendous transformation in my own life by smiling upon awakening. Thank you, Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Buddhist monk who taught me this. When we smile upon awakening, it sends off a neurochemical cascade of positivity in our system. It's fantastic. So waking up, even if we feel like we just want to stay in bed and we can't really pull ourselves out, fake it till you make it, act as if, and smile upon awakening before your feet hit the floor. That's the transition. And how you greet your beloved when you first see him. I've started doing this incredibly high-pitched good morning, which I would never talk that way before, but I've heard someone I admire greatly use that very same tone of voice as she starts her day. And I think it's kind of like that smile, like it's that tone that we've talked about before. Good morning. And I go outside for my morning walk and I'm like, good morning, morning. And all of this faking it till I make it and this acting as if, it's kind of become my way of life. I feel very positive, very optimistic, and very resourced to do this gig called life. And this is just about how I start my day, how I greet myself, how I greet my day, how I greet my beloveds. That's the first transition. The second transition is how I go about into my work. Am I on time? Am I prepared? Did I set my schedule the night before with my 3 most important things that I'm going to accomplish so that I know that I've done a good enough job? So that I'm feeding that success story running through my mind. That's the second transition. Say goodbye to my beloveds. Give them a peck on the cheek. Give them a hug. What are you looking forward to today? Tuning in to their reality with genuine interest. Takes a couple of minutes. The third transition is coming back after the day's busy events. How do we enter into that flow? If we're commuting, if we've been out, if we've been involved in heavy duty stuff, we need to have that decompression zone, that integration time of energetically resourcing ourselves. So you can imagine that taproot going down into the earth. I've heard some energy workers talk about our big tail, almost as if we have a reptile tail. So when we get out of the car, there's our 2 feet and then boom, landing down, because when 3 things make contact with the earth, it's much stronger. So even if it's just an energetic boom, yes, I just ask you to imagine having a reptile tail or maybe a dinosaur tail is more powerful, but resource yourself, make that connection with gravity. Gravity is a power greater than yourself. It's always available to you to resource you, as well as all the unemployed angels that are surrounding you, asking for your attention, being willing to do what it is you ask. So in the spirit of generosity, I offer up that one too. Resource yourself by asking your retinue of support that surrounds you to help you enter back into, perhaps it's the dinner time hour, the making of dinner, the daily chores, that coming back together with your beloved, with your children, with your pets, with yourself. I know when I lived alone and I worked long hours, working a night shift and a day shift, and I would just be spent. I'd come home, I'd grab the pint of Ben & Jerry's and the remote control and sit in front of Seinfeld, and I'd get chip-faced and I'd pass out. It was not exactly the most graceful transition. And that was early in my recovery from alcoholism. I just replaced the simple sugar of alcohol with the simple sugar of ice cream, and I blotted out. I had to numb out the intensity of my experience. I don't have to do that today because I pay attention to the transitions. And for that, I'm truly grateful. So the fourth transition, as you might well imagine, is going to bed at night. Before your head hits the pillow, knowing that you are enough, that you've done enough, and that your presence on this planet is enough. If nobody's told you that today, I'm telling you that, because we got to interrupt that static of the, oh my gosh, that self-driven motor of perpetual motion, which is not sustainable. Been there, done that. Worked with a lot of clients who've been there, done that, trying to just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Doesn't get us where we want to go, folks. So that transition into slumber. I love to check in with my boys. When they were younger, we did the rose, thorn, and rosebud. I offer this to you if you have young children. What is the rose? Here, I still have some roses right here. I can bring it over. What went well in your day? And I love my flowers. I carry flowers around. So these are real roses. Oh my God, they smell so good. I didn't know this prompt was going to be here. That's so fantastic. The rose, what went well in your day? What was beautiful? What did you love about it? The thorn, which of course has been plucked off by my dear friend who grew these. The thorn is the sticky part of the day, the ouch, the, ooh, I wish that hadn't happened. So we got to talk about that stuff too. We can't just be all Pollyanna all the time. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for authentic presence to your life. That means being present with the difficult emotions as well. Rose, thorn, rosebud. The bud that we're looking forward to of what might be beautiful and smell so sweet tomorrow. What is it that we're looking forward to? It's a wonderful ritual that I've done with my kids throughout the years. We still do it on occasion. Boy, I move around a lot. I can tell by my earrings. What we do now in our more mature state as we're getting older, and we typically do it around the dinner table, but it's still bookmarking the end of the day, is the WWW, what went well. And each person takes time to go around and review something that they appreciate about the day. Because again, we're rewiring the brain away from the negativity bias. And it requires us to really wake up to our lives and consciously, lovingly tend so that we can evolve, so that we can grow that conscious partnership, bring our best selves forward to be a force for good, because the world needs you. So I wish you very happy holidays this holiday season. Happy winter solstice as we head into the darkness. Remember that little ember of light that lives within you. Tend to it during those 4 transitions of the day and share that light with the world. May you shine bright. May it be so. You matter and your relationships matter. Thank you. Aloha and be oh so well.